So in today's video, we're going to review division. In your math notebook, you can label in your table of contents division review and write today's date and just write the next page number that's available in your notebook. Okay, and at the top of your next blank page, if you need to pause the video to write this in your table of contents, you can. You're just going to write division review and then turn to your page and write that at the top of your page. Okay. So I'm going to show you a strategy, and it's called the forgiving method. And this kind of takes it makes division a little bit easier, especially if you have trouble with remembering your multiplication facts, or if you have trouble remembering specific steps to take. Okay, the way we're going to start with the problem 4,695 divided by 27. Okay, there's some numbers in there that make it harder to divide naturally with our normal methods. There's a 7 there, so I've got to kind of know my 7 facts. There's a 9 involved, and those are harder numbers to multiply and to divide with. So the way forgiving method works, this is still my this is my dividend, and this is my divisor, and the answer will be my quotient. Alright, so forgiving method, the way you set it up is you kind of set it up like you're going to start your regular long division. You put your dividend inside the little box here. You put your divisor outside over this side, and then you draw a long line on the other side. That's what makes it different. So what I'm going to do is think of facts that I can multiply 27 by to get close to this, just as close as I can. The biggest thing you want to remember in forgiving method is the power of tens and zeros. Like when I multiply by numbers that have zeros on the end, how it makes my product larger. Okay, so for instance, I know 27 times 1,000. Okay, that's easy to figure out because I have 27 times 1, and then I add 1, 2, 3 zeros. That's, oops, I did the wrong thing, I'm sorry. It should be 27 times 100 because 3 zeros would be too big. But 27 times 1 is 27, and I add 2 zeros, I get 2,700. Okay, so I did 27 times 100. How did I know that so quickly? Well, 27 times 1 is 27, and add 2 zeros on the end, and I subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5, 9 minus 0 is 9, 6 minus 7, I can't do that, so I change this to a 16, change this to a 3, and I get 16 minus 7, which is 9, and 3 minus 2, which is 1. Okay. From here, another easy fact that I know is 27 times 10 equals 270, so I can subtract 270 from this. I get 5, 2, 7, and that. I know 27 times another 10, and I'm keeping track of what I'm multiplying by in the correct place value. See, I'm keeping all my numbers aligned correctly over here. Okay, 27 times 10 is 270 again. Can't do 2 minus 7, so I change that to a 12 and this to a 6. Okay, 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4, so I have 1,455. Again, I can do another group of 10, or I can think to myself, 27 times 20. How could I figure that out really easily? Well, I know 27 times 10 is 270. Okay, and if I add a 270 plus 270, I could get the product of 27 times 20. So I get 540. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to do 27 times 20, which is 540. Okay. Subtract that. Change that to a 14, that to a 0. 14 minus 5 is 9. Alright, I'm going to do 27 times 20 again, which is 540. 5 minus 0 is 5. Can't do that, so I change that to 11 and this to an 8. 11 minus 4 is 7, and 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, now I'm going to do 27 times 10 because I'm getting really close. So minus 270. 501. Okay. Now I'm going to try, I got to get lower than 10. So I'm going to try maybe 27 times 5, and I might have to come over here and solve that little fact to get what that product is. 5 times 7 is 35, carry my 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 more is 13, so I get 135. That's still too big, okay? So I have to maybe try 27 times 3. 3 times 4 is 21, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so I get 81. That's under there, so I could do 27 times 3, subtract 81, get 5, change that to a 10, change that to a 0, 10 minus 8 is 2, and I get 25. Since 25 is smaller than my divisor, then that is my remainder. Okay, and I add all of these together. 100 plus, or I can just add a place value by place value. There's a 3 in the ones place. Here 1, 2, plus 2 more is 4, plus 2 more is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So I get 173, remainder 25 as my answer. Okay, now forgiving method lets you use a lot of those tens or groups of tens or multiplying with multiple zeros at the end, and it makes your problem a little bit easier to solve. Okay, we're going to try another problem that I want you to follow along with, and then I'm going to give you a problem to solve on your own. Okay, so if you already wrote all this, that's fine. If you didn't write it, that's fine. You're not going to write anything in until I give you the problem to solve on your own. Okay, so on the back of my paper, or I'll just use a new sheet of paper, you're using your notebook. Okay, I'm going to try to solve again using forgiving method. I'm going to solve 8,654 divided by 59. Okay, so again, my divisor goes on the outside, dividend goes inside, and then I put a long line over here on the side. So 59 times what can get me close to 8,654? Well, if I multiply 59 times 100, that gives me 5,900. Subtract that there. 16 minus 9 is 7. And 7 minus 5 is 2, so I'm left with 2,754. Okay, if I do 59 times 10, that equals 590. 4 minus 0 is 4. Change this to a 15. Change this to a 6. 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1, so I'm left with 2,164. Do by another 10. I get 590 to subtract down here. 4 minus 0 is 4. Change the 6 to a 16. Change this to a 0. Then it becomes a 10. And change this to a 1. 16 minus 9 is 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. And then I have a 1 down here. I'm going to do minus 10 again. So minus 5, or times 10 again, so I minus 590. 4 minus 0 is 4. 7 minus 9 I can't do, so this gets changed to a 17. This goes to a 4, which then goes to a 14, and this goes to a 0. 17 minus 9 is 8. 14 minus 5 is 9. So I have 984. I'm going to do another group of 10. 590 I can subtract 4. This changes to a 18. This changes to an 8. 18 minus 9 is 9, and 8 minus 5 is 3. Now I can't do times 10 anymore because I have 394. So I know 50s in general, it takes about 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. It takes about 6 50s to equal close to 300, and I have 59. So I'm going to try 59 times 6. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 5 is 35, or 30, excuse me, plus 5 more is 35. So I got 354, and that's pretty close. So I'm going to put a 6 there and subtract 354. I end up with 40 left over. So since this is smaller than my divisor, I know this is my remainder. Okay, so add all these together. 6 in the ones place, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the tens place, and a 1 in the hundreds place. So I get 146, remainder 40 as my answer, or my quotient. Okay? Now comes the problem where you get to solve, okay? You're going to solve this problem in your math notebook and try it out, and we can talk about it if you have troubles. All right? 2,067 divided by 15. Okay? I want you to try to solve that using forgiving method.